What's up everybody, it's AJ with etrailer.com. Today we're going to be checking out this AquaFresh water filter from Valterra. Now this just screws onto the end of your hose and it's going to filter the water that goes into your rig. That way you have nice clean drinking water. Let's take a closer look at it. You can go about this two different ways. It comes in a single kit or a double kit. Let's talk about the single kit first. In that you get one water filter and a reinforced hose saver. It's got this spring around the hose, saving it from pinching on itself or just wearing out over time, because when you add this filter on the end, it's going to weigh down on the hose and put more stress on it. If this wasn't reinforced, it would just drop down to here and pinch it up here, which is great, and it's going to last you, but I don't think it's going to last as long as option number two. The other option you have is you can get the 2-pack, and that includes 2 of these water filters. You just don't get a hose saver, but that's okay. You can actually upgrade, as you can see here, to this brass one that comes out at a 45-degree angle. I think the brass one's going to hold up way longer than the rubber hose with a spring around it. Plus, you can just keep buying 2-packs after that, and you're good. These last you up to 3,000 gallons or 6 months, so you're covered for a long time. The AquaFresh can operate in temperatures from 35 degrees to 100. It also has a operating pressure from 20 to 100 psi's. I recommend getting a pressure regulator as well, because when you get to a campsite and it's over that, you don't want to be putting that in your rig. This one will chop it back down to 55. That way it's much more manageable for your rig. When you're not using it, make sure you replace the plastic caps on both sides and store it somewhere cool, but make sure you're not somewhere where it's going to freeze. You can't just throw it in the side compartment, and you definitely just don't want to leave it on the back of your camper. But let's check out how to set this up. First thing we're going to do is pop our cap off here and attach it to our freshwater hose. I'm going to turn the hose on and run it for about 2 minutes, kind of flush out the filter, just like when you're replacing like a filter in a pitcher at home that you drink out of. You know, you have to cycle it through a couple times to get all that stuff out of the filter before you can actually drink it. A little detail I just wanted to point out: if you get confused on how the water flows through it, it actually has an arrow that's on the plastic here, and then an arrow printed on the sticker too. So that just helps you know which way the water flows to be filtered. We ran water through it for about 2 minutes. You saw there right at the beginning when some of the gunk came out right away. Just cleaned out the filter. Now it's ready to be hooked up to your rig. We'll attach our hose saver here at this end. Again, following the arrows from your drinking water into your rig. And then we'll go to our city water connection. It's that easy to set up. It took me no time to get this all up and running and get nice filtered water in the rig. Now, it's the same process if you want to hook it up to your fresh water tank. I would just recommend draining the tank before you do it, because you don't want to add filtered water to water that's sat in there for a while. That doesn't make sense. So just make sure you drain the tank, then you get all fresh filtered water. That does it for a look at the AquaFresh. I hope this helped.